I'm rolling.
He's rolling.
We are rolling.
We're burning tape, people.
Welcome back.
This is episode 25.
Dos Cinco.
Yeah.
What
he said.
Episode Dos Cinco.
Yet again, we have nothing planned. We're winging it.
We are following a trend here.
Yep.
I'm
You're getting half effort, guys.
This is only the second episode where we've gone rogue, so.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. We actually, this is our first episode in the wake of the attempt on the former president's life, John F. Kennedy. Everybody's heard of it. We know. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing great.
Instead of talking about that, it's time to listen to us talk about cum. And
No. Yeah. No, I was not supposed to be this.
They need a break from the typical news cycle. We need to bring them real stories, you know.
Gross.
Couldn't agree anymore. Julia, comment?
Gross.
Okay.
Well, we know where she stands.
Yeah.
Fucking liberal.
Gross.
Snowflake.
Gross.
Everyone knows red-blooded Republicans love cum. All right.
Right, stop laughing so hard.
Oh, let's get them all fired up.
Yeah.
Let's get so much notoriety from this that they pull us in front of Congress. We get subpoenaed.
No, if anything, we're gonna get put in front of like the FCC or something for like gross violation of some shit.
FCC's
just
not a
gonna
part
come
of
to my house.
YouTube, are they? Are they a part of YouTube?
I don't
FCC?
know.
That's just radio, terrestrial radio, right?
They do cell phones too.
Cell phones.
Mm-hmm. We got all kinds of FCC stuff to follow at work.
We are not sponsored by the FCC.
I don't think that's the kind of institution that sponsors people. But,
oh my God.
But he is correct. We're not sponsored.
We are sponsored by
Nobody.
Ozempic.
You can't say that.
Dude, I read that 1 in 8 Americans have tried some type of Ozempic or weight loss
Isn't that
drug.
shit fucking people up?
Dude,
Yeah.
It's going to give people stomach cancer and shit like 10 years from now.
Probably.
Like, probably 5 years from now, actually.
Hell yeah.
Like you're not supposed to lose that much weight that quickly, you know?
No, it doesn't seem too healthy.
Right. Like you're supposed to lose 1 pound a week at maximum. Like you're doing good if you lose 1 pound a week.
Yep.
All right.
Like,
what are we talking about? Are we going on our rants? Is this how we're going to start everything off? Let's do it.
Ryan's got a rant to kick us off, I guess.
Right.
But
I've got a few. Okay. We're gonna graze a couple topics here. I don't know if y'all saw, but there was news that broke today with first look images of a movie called Apartment 7A. Now, do either one of y'all know what Apartment 7A is about?
I'm about to look it up.
is it a new movie?
It's a new movie coming out.
Oh.
Let me tell you, it falls under a genre of films that have been coming out recently that I fucking can't stand.
Horror drama.
It is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, God.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Damn.
That is the
sure
question
is.
I asked. And it's got Ruth from Ozark.
I see
in
Julia Garner's in it.
I mean,
It is directed by a female, too.
You can't blame the cast, I guess. But
Pisses me off, though.
Well, what's the point of it? Like, what's the purpose?
The purpose
What happened
is
the purpose is to piss off Ryan.
I
That's
know,
what-
right?
that, and it just shows that writing for films has gotten so lazy.
Yeah, and AI is just going to make it worse.
I bet you they threw that into AI. Like, give me something that we can make. Oh,
Right.
Make a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, a movie that doesn't need a motherfucking prequel. Does
Yep.
Pulp Fiction need a prequel?
No.
Does Forrest Gump need a prequel?
It kind of had the prequel
Yeah,
in the
like-
movie.
yeah.
Does Shawshank Redemption need a prequel?
Kind of had it in it.
Nah.
No, not really.
We don't need to see them like getting married. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Julia, you sent the trailer for this one.
What the fuck did you point at me for? For Alien Romulus?
I was excited for that film until I saw that last trailer where they
final
showed
one?
every character get killed on screen.
Whoa, spoilers. Whoa.
No, just
It's
go
in the
watch
trailer.
It's in the trailer. Go watch the final trailer for Alien Romulus, and it has the whole fucking movie. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now. Our one listener,
Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Corey. I'm predicting that. What's her name? Kaylee Spaney, the girl from Civil War that's playing in Alien Romulus. Guarantee she's the final girl and she lives. Because they showed the whole chest burster scene from beginning to end. It's like, why do y'all do that?
Right.
Why? I don't understand it.
Yeah. It's just laziness. It's
I don't have to go see the movie now.
Right.
I can wait for it to come out on fucking HBO Max or some shit like that.
or you can just watch the trailer again.
Yeah, or I can just watch the trailer again. Exactly.
Dude, I'm afraid that's what movies are going to turn into is just trailers.
Yes.
Like 1 to 2 minute just
Short films.
yeah.
Not even short films, just trailers, like you said.
Right.
Yes. And then we have another prequel coming out for a show that definitely doesn't deserve a prequel. Dexter.
Oh, I heard about that. I did hear about
Did
that.
everybody
one.
fucking hate that show? Wasn't that show like universally fucking hated because of the finale?
I loved that show.
Everybody loved it, but it ends with
Well-
spoiler alert.
No.
I don't have my buzzer.
Don't-
Are you ever gonna watch Dexter?
No.
All right.
Okay, go
He
for it.
fucking ends up in a log cabin out in the woods,
Did you watch
being a lumberjack.
Did you watch the after episodes that just came out, the newer ones?
And I've heard that was garbage.
It wasn't that bad. I enjoyed
Well,
it.
if you
but
have to
I
say
like
it
Dexter.
wasn't that bad, that means it still was a little bad.
That's the thing is like
Am I not right, Julia? Comment, please.
these shows and these movies, they cost so much. They use so many resources, so much money. You can't just be okay.
Yeah.
You have to fucking be good, damn it.
So I will be the odd person out in this with Dexter, and it'll piss you off, and that's cool. I don't care. So I would like to see him younger, to see where his instincts came from.
I mean, that might be more fascinating.
Is it not more interesting if you don't know?
No, I kind of want to know what happened to him as a child for him to have those tendencies as an adult.
You're taking the fun out of it. You can
I
do
don't know.
that yourself.
What if it sucks, though, Julia?
Well, if it sucks, it sucks.
Then it ruins the original if
Yep.
it sucks.
It does not ruin the original because
Certainly
the original
does.
is it's its own series.
Certainly
it's
does.
its own series.
Yeah, but
It's still attached.
So did El Camino ruin Breaking Bad?
well, that was a
Camino-
sequel.
And
It doesn't matter, but it was not good. So did it ruin Breaking Bad?
I mean, no, but
Oh,
it was its own thing, though.
and this is going to be its own thing too. It's its own
So-
separate.
no, no, no.
separate.
Trying to stretch something.
No.
El Camino was a side quest, we'll
Yes.
say. You cannot you can't turn that into the main plot like prequels do.
It doesn't matter. It was separate. I think it's
I don't
separate.
know. Nah, I don't know. I disagree.
I just think it's separate. I told you I'll be the odd man out on it, just to spice it up.
At the end of the day, are they really too lazy to come up with something new?
So
Yes,
that's a whole nother discussion.
Like
But
that's
they
what
are.
I want. I
Yeah.
want new shit. I'm
Yes.
tired of these same 20-year-old characters, man.
That's why we are all drawn to people like Jim Cummings and Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, even though Robert Eggers is making a remake. But there are some films that do deserve remakes.
Yeah,
like
he's
Nosferatu.
remaking a movie from the 1920s.
Yeah,
you know?
it's almost like 100 years old.
Yeah. Like not something that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And I also saw something. I'm actually sort of excited for this. Is Jordan Peele's production company is going to remake The People Under the Stairs. You remember that Wes Craven movie?
Yes. That probably because the original, I liked it, but I think
it was
it
underrated.
deserves
Yeah,
a reboot.
because it's a cool concept of a movie. It's like two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother, break into this house to try to rob them, and it turns out these people are like psychos, and they have these things that gate the windows and stuff, and they
turn the tables.
They turn the tables on. They are some fucking wackos. But it was Wes Craven.
Yeah,
made the original.
I do remember that movie.
Yeah, we're lacking people that have true creativity these days.
Yes.
Like, it's not about making good art; it's about making good money.
Yep.
And if you don't make good art, you're not going to make good money. And that's what they don't understand. Like, but then again, if you've seen like paintings, modern paintings, it's a bunch of bullshit that people are paying $15 million to buy. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if that's like a parallel or what.
Right.
I don't know.
That's my rant right there. I just had to get that off my chest.
Because you said you were going to say
It
something
just
about
pisses
aliens.
me off. Like, come up with original ideas.
Yeah.
Quit being a bunch of dullards.
Right.
A bunch of idiots.
There's too much studio meddling in the creative industry.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
executive meddling, I should say.
Speaking on movie trailers, did y'all see the Captain America trailer?
No.
Oh yeah, it looks fucking sick. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Harrison Ford's playing the guy that turns into the Red Hulk.
He's playing Captain America.
No, he's the general.
Harrison Ford's the general. That was the William Hurt character, but William Hurt passed away. So yeah, Harrison Ford will be.
Well, bless,
the Red
he's
Hulk.
so. Okay.
I wonder if the She-Hulk is going to twerk on him.
Is the She-Hulk
on
in it?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Is the She-Hulk in it?
They might as well throw her in.
Yeah.
They created her.
It's a fucking shit show at this
They
point.
created
so-
her.
No,
They should use her.
I didn't even know they were coming out with another Captain. I figured that is kind of dead in the water.
It's,
is it a prequel to a prequel to a prequel?
Anthony Mackie's the new Captain America.
Oh, it's that Captain
You
America.
remember you gave him the shield at
I
the end
do.
of...
I do. Okay.
they're doing this like what? When did Endgame come out? Like 5 years ago?
Oh, man.
Like
okay.
when, 2017?
Yeah. It was before we were in film school. Like,
Damn, 2017. So that's 7 fucking years ago. Holy shit.
Okay.
yeah.
No, I'm not looking
So
forward
they're
to
just
that.
now making that movie.
No, was it 2019?
I had already moved here and I moved in 2018. So
Okay.
That sucks.
it was either that same year or the year after.
So, fun fact about that movie. I heard all the hoopla about it. I wasn't going to go see it in the theaters, obviously. So I was like, I'm going to find somewhere on the internet to watch it. You know where I watched The Avengers for free? Pornhub. Some kind soul out there uploaded it on Pornhub.
Nice.
I didn't even watch the whole movie. I just skipped the final battle.
Oh, my.
Because I heard that was where all the secrets was all in that
It was
final battle.
It was just a bunch of fan service. Like they stole the plot from people's fan theories. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Like,
And what happened at the end of that movie?
see, it's forgettable.
And another thing with trailers, these Deadpool trailers are getting a little out of hand.
They're making me laugh my ass off, though. I'm not
Well,
gonna
they're
lie.
showing too much. They done showed Sabretooth
Yeah, I
coming
know.
back.
I know.
They done showed.
I was so excited.
They showed the X-20,
Yeah.
the girl from Logan.
Yeah.
It's like that shit you save for the theater.
Yeah.
Just don't watch anymore because I can't wait for us to go watch that. Emmy's going to see it before me. And I told Emmy, I said, if you give me any information, I was going to cut her phone off.
Because it just doesn't make sense because there's still companies that like,
Yeah.
it's the companies that do care. Like A24, Neon is the best
Yeah.
example with long legs.
Yeah.
Not showing Nicolas Cage once. And I saw a comment about from the director, and I just absolutely loved what he said on why that they haven't shown Nicolas Cage in any of them trailers. He said that I like to think that he owns a carnival and he has that monster. And the only way that you can see the monster is you got to buy a ticket.
You got to pay,
Come
pay
to
to
the
see
carnival.
it.
That is fucking awesome.
That's a great
That
way.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it.
That's a good point because like nowadays it feels like the hype is more important than the substance when it comes to
Yeah.
movies. So,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it's just,
Yeah, I agree.
why not make people want, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee you Nick Cage probably ain't in the movie more than 10 minutes. You know? And that's how long, like, Anthony Hopkins was only on the screen for 10 minutes in Silence of the
Silence
Lambs.
of the Lambs, yeah.
Yep. And he's the most memorable part of the
Right.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he feels like he's in a big portion of the movie
Yeah.
because he's just that impactful.
See, that shit is cool, dude.
Yes.
Nobody's willing to do that anymore.
No.
Like,
It's because there aren't actors capable. There's only a handful of actors that are able to achieve what like he achieved.
Right.
Because I mean, he only had 10 minutes of screen time and won Best Leading Actor. You know, that was the big argument that year was he should have been supporting with the amount of runtime that he had.
yeah.
It's a little controversial because Nick Nolte was convinced he was going to win that year for Prince of Tides.
Oh my God, Prince of Tides.
Throwback right there.
I
ain't
know,
it?
right? I've heard that title in a hot minute.
I've only watched that movie. Is that that's the Barbra
Barbra
Streisand?
Streisand,
Yep.
yeah.
Anywho,
Philip, do you have anything to rant about?
what do y'all got?
I was kind of just, what's the word? Testifying for Ryan here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like, again, it's like the movie business is so fucking wasteful. It's so fucking like, what's the word? Like, nepotism, where you like hire people you know rather than based on their resume. You know? And it's just like, I hate to be a doomsayer, but we're in like a dark age of film right now, you know, at least in my opinion.
We had a good year. We had some good variety of films last year, other than like the obvious ones like Oppenheimer, Barbie, and stuff.
Can you believe that's been exactly 1 year since those movies have come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's been only a handful of films that have like actually stuck with me
Yeah.
that came out of like the past 10 years, you know?
The last true good year that we had was 2019.
Yeah.
Because it was like Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman,
Yeah. Joker.
Joker. Great year for film.
Speaking of that, did you see its
New trailer.
new trailer?
I
That actually has Lady Gaga in it.
I
And
don't know
it's-
about that one.
It's her seeing Joker for the first time.
Well, yeah, I've seen it where she uses the
When
lipstick.
she used the lipstick to put the smile.
It's the only scene in the whole trailer that I was like, well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, that was awesome. But
It feels like, again, they're only doing that because of the cash.
Yeah.
They're only making these sequels and prequels of shit because that makes money. Because the first one made money. You know, Joker is one of the highest grossing rated R movies of all time,
Yeah.
probably top 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And see, I'm skeptical about it because going back to the prequel sequel conversation, it's delicate. It's a delicate situation.
Right.
If you fuck it up, it's going to tarnish the original, and the original was good. I don't want that shit to be tarnished.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't let shit be sacred anymore.
Yeah,
Like there's no,
right.
like, imagine if Tarantino made Pulp Fiction 2 again, not to use that reference again, but you know, like,
It's a good point, though, because that's like one of the most perfect examples of a movie that needs to be left alone.
right.
Every one of his movies is something that ought to be left alone.
Right. They'd rather shit all over something that was good rather than come up with something else that's good, you know,
Exactly.
just to make a few bucks.
And we're losing many directors that roll like that, you know, like Scorsese,
And I want to point out, these movies aren't even making money anymore. Nobody's going to see them. every blockbuster release of the past, since COVID at least, has fucking bombed.
Yeah. And it's these big budget films.
Lost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like,
Longlegs budget at 10 million. They made double that
yeah.
their first weekend. See, I'm thinking that's where you hit it off, is low budget films. You know,
Yeah.
if you can make something for a fucking nickel.
It's like, if you look at it on a graph, you know, if you're spending $100 million, you're getting closer to the ceiling.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
Right.
I feel like when you spend that much money on a movie, you are automatically throwing yourself into that situation where
Right.
you got to cross your fingers and hope that people come and see your movie.
Right.
You know,
It's like fucking going all in on a poker hand with fucking trash.
yeah,
you
with
know?
7 deuce off off suit.
Off
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah. Like. Yeah,
Damn it,
and I mean, yeah, you could get lucky, but the odds are very hardly against you, you know? Whereas if you give someone $100,000,
Right.
$100,000,
Yeah.
and someone who's genuinely creative,
We'll make something happen.
yeah.
Yep. I agree.
It's like David Lynch said one time that creativity comes from necessity, you know?
Very true.
It's like if you got a problem on set and the when you're like running out of time, you know, you got a schedule to keep, you're going to figure it out because you have to,
Yep.
you know, like it's hard, but shit, making movies is hard. Like how bad do you want to do it? You
If
know?
it was fucking easy, everybody'd be doing it.
Right.
Everybody'd be doing it.
Right. And you can throw money at the problem all day, but that's
Yeah.
not going to, I mean, that's not going to, it's putting a Band-Aid on a fucking like open wound, you know? Like,
Right.
You got to know how to solve the problems. You got to be a problem solver.
Right.
And know how to solve it correctly.
yeah.
I agree.
Like you need to stop letting your nephew's friend, you know, get these $100 million budgets
Yeah.
and drive that shit into the ground, you know?
Yeah, I think Disney is one of the companies that are figuring out the hard way that they got to, because some of these movies are just flopping. Them TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they have not made a single good live action remake.
Yeah. Acolyte. I hear Acolyte is fucking hot trash.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the Star Wars TV show on Disney.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that I watched an episode of The Mandalorian when it first came out, and I was not impressed.
I liked the first season.
I've never had
I
any
liked
desire to watch it. It's Star Wars is dead, y'all. Unless you fucking are a living and breathing
it. Yeah.
fan,
Yeah.
which there are people, and I'm not saying that's bad in a negative way or anything, but those films, there's only one film that's actually good. It's The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
It's the only film that's good. And maybe Revenge of the Sith
And I
for
mean,
the prequels.
They're not even like technically that great besides the special effects
Yeah.
for the time. But as far as like plot and storyline and characters go, it's pretty basic,
Yeah.
you know, but it has a certain charm because of the special effects, and you can see the work that was put into it and the effort and the whatever.
It's a whole world. You know, people love seeing a whole world get built. It's like Avatar. That's why Avatar is so loved.
Right.
You know,
Like, I don't know if you remember watching the documentary in film school. I think it was about the making of Star Wars, and him and Spielberg and a couple other guys, like they were all like peers, you know, they were all friends.
They all helped each other make their
Yeah.
movies. That's why all the movies are so fucking great in the 70s.
Yeah. And George Lucas showed them an early cut, and they all straight up told him, like, dude, this sucks. like you need to do some serious work, you know? And the end result was better than that. But still, like I said, it's not The Godfather. It's not whatever else, you know, whatever, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's not.
But it is
it's
still.
Not, it's like not compared to the rest of those Friends great movies at that time. You know.
Yeah. But it's still a genuine attempt to be creative. You know.
And it is revolutionary. Like, I couldn't imagine what films would be like without Star Wars. You know,
Right.
That was big for the 70s. You know.
Right. And that's all I want out of the film industry is some genuineness, genuinity, however you say it.
Yes, they made something that changed cinema forever, you know, and that's what we need. We need creative people to want to change how cinema is in a good way.
Right.
Instead of bad and negative the way it is now.
It's like you go to like an antique store or something. Are you going to pick the handcrafted vase that was made out of clay by someone's hands, or are you going to pick the bullshit that you can find on Walmart's shelf? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, one of them has meaning and, you know, like it has like, you can almost like feel the soul in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was made handcrafted by a human, you know? Like and the industry today just feels so fucking artificial, you know? Algorithmic, artificial, just cookie cutter.
Yep.
Like, it needs to be a change.
And you can see it, and you can see the problem within genres itself. Like, the horror genre is one that has really suffered for a long time.
Yeah.
I'd say especially after the 2000s. We've had some great horror films in the last 24 years, but out of all the genres, that's the one that's lacked the most. That and sci-fi.
Oh, yeah. Sci-fi is like down the toilet.
Yes. Like, I mean, it took till Dune to come out before people really reinvested into the sci-fi.
Yeah. The
sci-fi is the shit.
Yeah. The sci-fi and the horror genres are the ones that are most guilty of the prequel, sequel, remake trend.
It's because going for that money.
Right.
Get that money.
Right.
Always making sequels to shit that don't need them, like Sinister. I would love Sinister even more if there wasn't sequels to it.
Right. I agree.
Even the fantasy genre is suffering pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
Like, fucking The Rings of Power is fucking the most expensive show ever made.
Yeah, over $1 billion.
And nobody watches it.
I don't even know what it is.
It's
literally
it's a fucking prequel to The Lord of the Rings.
Is it that? Oh, I didn't even hear about it.
What we're ranting about.
Yeah.
Fucking prequels.
And granted, the Lord of the Rings does have a lot of deep lore, and a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a gigantic universe. However, this is a problem of execution.
Yeah,
you know, like you're trying to cheap your way out of it.
Yeah, and
like
you can do so much with money. Yes, you can do CGI with your world building and stuff, and it might look good, but your eye notices stuff so much more when it's CGI than when it's practical.
Right.
And that's why Lord of the Rings will be so superior for years to come, is because that entire world was built with miniatures and
right.
You know, and just using miniatures makes stuff look real, you know?
I want to use another analogy. It's like, imagine the NFL. Imagine if you could pay like the general manager of the team some money to be on the team as a player.
Right.
The NFL would fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Like, because if all you got to do is just throw money at it, then you're gonna see the lesser quality of the play.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yep.
There's gonna be no one-handed catches. There's no fucking monster tackles, nothing like that.
No.
70-yard field goals, whatever. Like that. Like, get what I'm saying? Like it cheapens the whole thing, lessens it, and makes it just fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like.
There's going to be a point where just actors stop giving a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think they're already there.
As long as they're getting money, I don't think they'll stop giving a fuck. As long as they're making money.
Right.
There'll be a few that feel that way, but there's probably going to be more that are just going to be like, you pay me $50 million, I'll do it.
Right.
That's why I really like the lesser known actors, you know?
Yes.
Because they're not making the millions of dollars like Leo's and fucking Hemsworth's, Bradley Cooper's, you know?
Yeah.
They're in it for the love of the game, you know? And I mean, I'm sure they're living fine, you know, off of residuals and stuff, but still, it's like, again, that they're making an average living.
Yeah.
For the slightly above average, we'll say that. Mm-hmm. Like one guy I really like is Ethan Suplee. He's if you Google him, you'll know him. He's the fat guy in like every movie. He was in Remember the Titans, American History X.
Yep.
He's like fucking ripped now.
Yeah,
if you didn't know.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. But he's a guy that just loves to act, you know, and he's in a lot of shit, but he's never been like the star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he is a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. I just watched him on a podcast a few days ago, so that's
Which podcast?
Stavies. Stavros Halkias.
Stavros.
Yeah. That guy's awesome. But
got a wild laugh, but I fucking love him. I love him. He was great. He was one of my favorite characters in Tires.
Oh yeah, he was good in it. Yeah.
Like out of all of them, I think he had the best acting.
Yeah.
Going for him.
Yeah, definitely. He was definitely in the perfect role too.
Yeah.
The fat manager that doesn't actually do any work himself.
Yes.
I haven't watched it yet. You guys both told me it was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's our fucking filthy humor.
I like it because
time.
it's
Relatable.
short and simple, you know. And again, it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys they're not actors per se, they're comedians, but still like it's a genuine effort to create something.
Right.
Again, like
I guess that could be a perfect segue into our next topic of stand-up.
Correct.
Stand-up comedy. Specials.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a movie.
They are getting more film-like, you know.
Yeah.
There's some that are like a movie,
Yeah.
I should say.
It's interesting to see the evolution where if you start back with the Carlins and the Pryors and all that, they're just filming a performance.
Yeah.
But now a comedy special is the performance is built into the taping, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
Like the performance is the taping.
Right.
Yeah.
Julia, what's your favorite stand-up special?
Of all time?
Just throw a dart out there. See where it lands.
Of all time, it's Eddie Murphy Raw. That's my favorite of all time.
Top five for me.
I think it beats. I do think it kind of beats out George Carlin's.
I think it's
7 words you can't say. What's it called?
7 cuss words. Can't say shit, piss, fuck, cock, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, bitch.
I think it's better than that. Eddie Murphy Raw is probably my favorite comedy
I think
special.
that's still the highest grossing stand-up special ever.
Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I remember watching that for the first time when it came out.
It's some
It was rough back then, y'all.
comedy that'll never.
It was rough back then. It's not as. It's kind of mellow now.
It might come back because there's still like. I have to give a shout out to the Kill Tony because that's where you get a lot of that good raunchy comedy if you love that type of comedy. He's doing a lot of good for the stand-up comedians.
Right. I feel like at least in the comedy world, the whole cancel culture thing is gone.
Yeah, like, it's dying off for the most part. Right. I mean, Shane it
survived it.
it.
When they went after Chappelle is when.
Yep.
And then it didn't work.
Yep.
That's when you knew it was over.
So I was at that performance of Chappelle when he gave the big explanation.
Yeah, we both were. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were there too.
Yeah. We couldn't sit together, but yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So we were there.
Yeah.
When he was the only stop on tour that he gave an explanation for.
Right.
Or what was it really an explanation more of just a.
It was more of like a
statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't defending himself because he was like, I didn't do anything wrong.
He's like, yeah, if it's the night when he said like, if the trans community wants to send someone to speak with me, I'm more than happy to. You know, like sit down and have a genuine conversation about all of this. And
He's a real.
It was so awesome. Wasn't there a standing ovation after he made that statement? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, people were like the show was over. Like people were leaving, and he's like, "Hold up a minute, wait a minute, I got something to say." And then
and he taped it, put it on YouTube, and it's the only stop where he addressed it. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
where he addressed it.
Because it
was so good.
It had like just like kicked off like a few days before.
Yeah, it had just happened. Yeah.
Man, he is somebody that I believe could do wonders in acting.
Yeah.
He was great.
I don't think he wants to though. Like he's
he's
just chilling.
But man, I could see him just having that iconic role where he could possibly get an Oscar nomination.
He already had it in Men in Tights.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, Men in Tights is the shit.
I like that movie.
I love that movie. I like Half Baked.
To Mel Brooks.
Too. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Half Baked was great. He had a great role in Half Baked.
I thought he was good in his few scenes in A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah.
He's his buddy from a long time ago. He wakes up drunk in his yard.
He's so good.
What about you, Philip? Favorite stand-up?
Right off the top of my head, I mean, we kind of mentioned it earlier off mic, but I can never remember the name of it, but the Dave Chappelle special.
All the
one everybody knows.
Seeing the baby 3 a.m. in the ghetto.
Yeah. That's another one. It was like, sprinkle some crack on him.
Yes. Man, his white man voice is the best. Like,
they say it's the same special, I think, where he talks about his friend Chip.
Yeah, it's Brewer.
Yeah, they say it's Jim Brewer is who he's actually talking about.
We're not gonna take it. Yeah.
Jim Brewer is hilarious.
I couldn't imagine him and fucking Chappelle.
Yeah.
Just in public with each other.
Yeah.
It's reckless right there.
Yeah, they were in Half Baked together, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they fed off each other so well.
Who's coming with me, man?
He was so good. I love that movie so much.
I love Brewer. Brewer's another good stand-up comedian. For sure. You have he's one of them comedians. It's like Norm. You kind of have to have that taste for that humor.
Right. It's like anti-humor sort of.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not so much with Brewer, but Norm was definitely anti-humor.
And we can't talk about stand-up without talking about the great late Norm Macdonald. A lot of late greats. Bob Saget.
Yep.
One of my all-time favorites is Don Rickles. The OG roast master.
Yep.
I mean, he about a motherfucker that'd keep you on your toes.
Imagine if he was at the Tom Brady roast.
Oh man.
Yeah. All those like quote unquote controversial jokes that everyone said. Like, no, Tom Brady would have been crying at the end of that.
All I'll tell people is, if you're not acquainted with Don Rickles, who voices Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story, maybe that's how you know him.
Yeah.
Bunch of bitches. Look up his roast of Mr. T. And you will hear some shit that is borderline racist, but it is. Everybody's laughing because you know what? There was a time you could fucking laugh about shit.
Right. And
not have your fucking little pussy hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Julia? Dice. Talk about a man.
So that was going to be my second favorite. I love Andrew Dice Clay.
He
is so dirty and hilarious.
Yes.
He was the first stand-up to sell out Madison Square Garden, I think.
Oh,
3 nights in a row.
Yep.
He
3 nights
is a hoot.
Selling Madison Square Garden 3 nights in a row.
In the 80s, before like stand-up was even like as popular.
And his whole shtick was to dress like John Travolta from Grease.
He was a Guido.
Oh.
Yeah. I loved him.
And he's got serious acting chops from A Star Is Born.
Star Is Born.
Yeah.
Playing the dad. I remember when he walked in to her house.
Yeah.
I was like, I looked at my ex-girlfriend. I was like, that's fucking Dice.
Yeah.
She was like, who? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Not only do I got to show her Star Is Born, I got to take her home and show her Dice now. That
He
did
was-
not end well. She was
was-
not into that humor.
Oh man, Dice was so
Yeah.
funny.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, he was
Jack and
great.
Jill went up a hill, both with $1.25. Jack, wait, what is it? Jack came down with $2.50. Oh, it's the shit.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Another great one that's sadly passed away. Bernie Mac.
was
Bernie
good.
Mac
Yeah.
could make me fucking laugh.
Bernie is probably on my top 5.
Another
for
great
sure.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him
he
in
was.
the Ocean movies.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a great actor too.
He was one of those comedians that just never let up. Like
Yes. Yeah,
everything
he was
he
just
said was a
fire.
joke, you know?
Yep. And I mean, another great one sadly passed away. And I know that a lot of people say he stole jokes. But maybe 70% of his material is still authentic to him is Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear there's a lot of mumbo jumbo saying that he
Stole.
Who
stole
gives a
material,
fuck?
but
He was great.
he's great.
What are some underrated ones? Who are some that you don't like?
I'm not big on Andrew Jeselnik.
What the fuck? Who is that? Is that a real last
He
name?
does the roasts all the time. He is very he can get me
How
to
do you
laugh
spell that?
hard sometimes.
It's Jesselnik.
Jeselnik.
Because in
Not
my
Jizzle.
brain, in my
I
brain,
don't fucking like him, so I ain't got to get it
my
right.
brain got so confused.
Amy Schumer, God, I'd hit that bitch with a frying pan.
Yeah.
Who do you not like, Philip? Or who's overrated?
I mean,
What's y'all's opinion on Kevin Hart? Tell me your
I
opinion on
used
Kevin
to
Hart,
not like
Philip.
Kevin Hart, but I mean, he seems like an all right guy in person,
Yeah, he seems like a genuine dude. I like
Yeah.
that about him.
but I don't like his movies, and I'm not a big fan of his stand up really. But
I think he did. I will give him that. He did good hosting the roast. That was probably one of the best roasts we've had. In
yeah,
a
he's
long
like
while.
he's a host type guy.
Yeah.
you know, like he should be the one running those events and not.
He's not a host for the Oscars.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, there's probably kids watching that don't even know what that reference is from. You know,
It's okay.
because that was
be
like
right.
10 years ago.
I hope there's not kids listening to this.
Amen.
You little cocksuckers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shit,
Ryan,
fuck, piss.
no.
Cunt,
Why'd you say it so
cocksucker,
loud?
motherfucker, bitch.
Yeah.
Stop.
Hey, I'm not your kids' parents. All right.
Fuck them.
You shouldn't let your kids watch the show. Like, let's just be real. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah. Come.
Continue, Philip. Continue, Philip.
What I don't like,
Bert Kreischer.
yeah,
Bert Krishner.
yeah, Krishna,
Kirshner.
crystals,
God.
You
God.
say Bert Christmas?
yeah, Christmas, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess this is kind of like his whole character, but he's that frat guy that can't let go of college.
Yes.
You know? Like,
Good
see
dude.
that.
I'll give him that. He's
yeah.
a good guy.
I mean, yeah, he's generous and nice and stuff, but he's annoying.
He's so. He seems so full of himself.
Yeah,
Gotta
he is,
constantly.
100%.
People will be on the show talking about one of the guests, and he's always got to relate something that they say
Yeah,
back to a story about him
yeah.
and just totally derail the conversations.
Yeah. He does put on like good shows though, where
Yeah, telling his one joke.
no, I mean like
Oh.
like he just did a tour with a bunch of different comedians.
Well, see, he's good at that, bringing other comedians to carry him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he knows if he has the eye for talent, I guess, but he doesn't have the talent
I mean,
himself.
we
in my
all
opinion.
probably have an eye for talent. Yeah, we could all be a Kirshner.
Yeah, and see that's going back to the guy that not just like can't let go of college, but he just butts himself into everything.
Yeah.
you know, like he can't stand to.
Be left out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He has to be a part of every big
Yeah.
thing that happens.
We all know a guy like that, and we all secretly hate that guy. Yeah,
Yep.
like
100%.
yeah. Not naming any names, but
Julia, who else do you like?
No, who do you don't like?
Yeah, who the
do I-
fuck do you not like?
I already said who I don't like.
Who?
Didn't I? Oh, I talked about Kevin Hart a little bit. I think he's all right. Sometimes he makes me laugh.
Another one. Give us another one.
Who I don't like? Well, you kind of took mine. I do not like Amy Schumer.
I hope not. I hope that there's
makes
not
me
anybody
slap
that
a
likes
bitch.
her.
I don't listen to a ton of stand-up. I could tell you I love Bobby Lee.
Yeah, he's cool.
I love me some Bobby Lee. Andrew Santino's pretty fucking good too.
Bobby Lee is hilarious. One of my favorites back in the day was Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah, Lisa
did-
Lampanelli's pretty damn good
She's
roaster.
legendary female.
And she like swore off comedy. Like she says it's like toxic and
I mean, fuck, they were
She
saying some wretched things to her.
yeah, well, she dished out a lot of wretched
Yeah.
things.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie.
she was always at those roasts.
She was dirty.
I will,
Even made me blush.
I will say, since we're on the topic of roasts, I think second to Don Rickles as the best roaster is Greg Giraldo.
Oh yeah.
Remember Greg
I
Giraldo?
remember him. I liked him a lot.
Greg Giraldo was
He
the
was so
fucking
good.
man.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Drugs, don't do them.
If we're talking like
Was he? Did he accidentally OD?
There wasn't no accidental.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was
Okay.
full blown
Yeah.
drug addict.
Bless his heart.
yeah. If we're talking like late '90s, early to mid 2000s, I really love Ralphie May from that time.
Ralphie.
I remember him.
The different ways to finger your girl
Yeah.
that he did.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was so funny. Like,
Yeah.
and his whole personality, like it was genuine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like his on stage persona was the same as his real life persona.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Ron White as well.
Oh yeah.
The blue collar tour, Ron White,
Yeah.
fucking iconic.
Yes, he was really good.
If you go back and watch those blue collar tapes, it's obvious like how much like higher he was
Yes.
than
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
for
guys.
sure.
Yes.
Like he just didn't fit in because he was so much better.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
And he was more raunchy than
Right.
the other
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Yeah,
Too, like,
for sure.
The other ones were meant for kids too.
yeah, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'd say
Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy was a solid number 2.
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy 3, and then Bill Engvall 4.
I think Jeff Foxworthy is like the richest stand-up comedian ever. Like
You might be a redneck.
it's because he sold so many fucking shirts and bumper stickers
I'm sure.
and fucking
That, and he had that killer fucking show.
Yeah.
Are You Smarter Than a Fifth
Fifth
Grader?
Grader.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I used to watch the fuck out of that show.
I did too.
Yeah.
And you did it because you wanted to see if you were smarter than a fifth grader, and then you
right.
realized
Most of the
you
time,
weren't.
I'm fucking not. I'm
And you were
retarded,
like, shit.
apparently.
I know. There were some questions I was like, what?
Speaking of game show hosts, what do you think of Steve Harvey? Because he used to do stand-up.
Oh, let me tell you that my love for Steve Harvey is real.
I'm another guy that's a good person. I never really so I watched some of his stand up. He kind of came off that he was trying to do a Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
little
he was
bit.
in that Def Comedy Jam crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he did this whole thing about white people and zoo, or white people and wildlife that kind of like mimicked something that Richard Pryor did.
Yeah.
And kind of threw like the whole white people, they hear a lion roar and they'll be like, ooh, let's go see that. Let's go find that.
So he's got another so he does Family Feud, and he does Celebrity
He does?
Family Feud. I'm gonna fucking punch you. So
I
he's
genuinely
got
didn't know.
fuck you. So
It's
he's
not Richard Dawson.
fuck you. So he has this other show called Judge Steve Harvey. Have you guys seen it?
Who are we talking about?
Steve Harvey.
Wait, who's that?
I have not seen it.
I'm gonna unplug your mic.
Black guy.
I'm gonna unplug your mic.
Looks a little bit like Mr. Potato Head.
Don't call him that.
He does.
You have to watch
Just fucking like him.
watch his little show called Judge Steve Harvey. It is hilarious.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, where he plays a judge. Yeah.
No, so he's not a judge, but he is in a form of a courtroom in Atlanta, And the people are real, because I read about it, because I was like, is this real? The people are real. The cases are real. But the court pays the fees.
It's like a Judge Judy type show.
He calls
People's
it
court type.
Yeah, he calls it because he can't like put people in jail and stuff like that. But he calls it common sense court.
Yeah, it's like civil cases though, so there's
And
no.
they're hilarious, y'all.
It's not criminal cases. It's civil.
They are hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched both seasons, binged them, and I laughed my ass off. Ryan, I'm gonna fucking unplug your ass. I'm gonna plug your fucking mic, dude.
Do it. Hey, you unplug me, this podcast dies. Okay. Just remember that.
Yeah, free speech. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take this to the Supreme Court.
Fuck you.
Should we,
Wrap
do we need the breaking news?
What breaking news are you gonna do?
I don't fucking know. Is there any breaking news?
I don't know. Are you breaking news about something?
Biden.
Oh, dropping out of the race. I thought we were going to talk about politics. We literally said, don't talk about politics before we started. And you bring it up twice.
I know.
We need to try to get Tim Dillon on the show.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude, we could have some, just because he is into conspiracies and I'm all about that.
He runs a politics podcast. So, like,
Oh, my God.
Dude, they always be taking his shit down, though.
yeah.
They don't like people like him.
I mean, and he's gay, and you would never know that he's gay because he just seems like a regular dude.
He's a good dude.
Not saying that gay guys
about
aren't
to
regular
say,
dudes.
what
but,
the hell?
You know.
Oh, he's buzzing.
Damn it. All right. Yeah. I love gay guys. You know?
We love
You
gay.
do?
You know?
Well, because we did have we had a dick measuring competition before we started this, and Julia won.
Oh, my God. I'm going to unplug your mic. You're so
What?
bad.
Don't be mad.
Yep.
What do you think's about to happen in that hotel room between me and him next weekend?
Well, let me tell you, if I won, then you two should be damn ashamed of yourselves. That's all I have to say then.
Why would
care.
I be ashamed of what God gave me? All right.
The 1-inch Punisher, baby.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're going to be laying in our hotel room covered in country crock butter. Is that what it's called? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's like margarine.
Yeah.
It's like spread. I don't even think I think it's called
We're going
spread.
to lick it off each other.
I'm bringing a can of Pam. Yeah. And just,
Yeah, we're gonna spread. We're gonna Pam the floor, and we're gonna slide across it like dogs at scratching their ass.
Yeah.
You know,
we're having a company outing over the weekend. If
company ass. Yeah.
Shut up.
yeah,
We're going gambling.
yeah,
We are.
hitting the
May never come back. This might be our final episode.
We may come back broke and have to sell our mics to pay our rents.
Sell my hair to a wig shop.
we're going out to Indian reservation. You know,
Yep.
because that makes up for all the white man did to them. You know.
Yep. We are paying our debt back.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, we destroyed your people and stole your land. You can gamble at least, you know.
Julia, comment?
No comment. No, I'm
I'm saying it's a bad thing, you know.
Then you got Mr. Giggle Pants over here.
I don't know what he's laughing at. I'm being serious.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
We're going to smoke
will
a
be
bunch
fun.
of cigarettes.
Drink a bunch of alcohol.
Drink let's stay true to the Indian culture. What do they drink?
They have bars there.
Fire water is what they called it. I think.
We'll drink some fire water. We're gonna
I don't know if we're supposed to say that.
we're gonna smoke some peyote.
Yeah.
Julia, you know anybody that has peyote?
No.
Drop a comment, please. We need some peyote.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to the falcon god. You know.
Yep.
He's the god of the sky and the winds.
Correct.
Yep.
Y'all gonna get people. My house is gonna get like
saying
shot up
anything
They
one
don't
day.
have your address.
Dude, doesn't that sound sick? Is my point.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't want to smoke peyote, Julia?
Yeah.
Wear a bear skin over your head? Come on.
go out into the woods and have a fucking epiphany, dude.
Sleep in a teepee? I mean, come on. We could
No,
dance around a
stop.
fire.
Stop. Oh no. Oh no. There it was.
All right. Hang on.
Buzz. Get a buzz.
All right. Sorry about that, YouTube. I yawned.
See what you started,
Hey,
Philip. I blame you on that one,
Native
Philip.
American
You
culture
started
is
it.
sick.
It is. I love them fuckers.
My mom was Native American.
Really?
Yeah.
Cherokee?
I share genetics with 1%. 1% of my genetics is Cherokee, so
Nice.
or is related to Cherokee. So
Not sure
it's
what
okay.
I got in me.
See?
I know I have German, and that stops me from looking up my heritage.
I'm mostly German. Did I tell you? I've told you that though.
Deutschland.
Yeah, my biological mom, her mom was pure German, like 100% German.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
I got a little Italian as well.
Margheriti.
Gorlami.
Gorlami.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
gonna die.
there's like 100-year-old spaghetti recipe in my family.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
My grandma made the best. My grandma was Italian.
Oh, an Italian recipe?
My grandma's meatballs were the best things ever that existed on earth. And no matter
balls?
how hard I try, I cannot duplicate them.
Le spaghetti.
My grandma was literally from Italy. What are you doing?
Eat the pizza and the spaghetti and
Why? So we've made fun of so many nationalities this evening.
I make him an offer he can't refuse.
hey, Italian people are white. I don't care what anyone says. Like
I mean, that's true.
I'm walking here.
they want to pretend
that
like they're
Italian?
not, but Italian people, you're fucking white. Like it's time
Well,
to stop
Italian
pretending.
people probably don't think that. And again, my house is going to get shot up.
Who else can we
How
make
many
fun
Italian
of?
people are in our city?
Probably more than we
I'm not
know.
going to say it out loud, but
Stop.
Who else have we not made fun of?
No, we're not making fun of
Hispanics?
anybody else.
we're kind of teetering the line.
No, we're
Go
done.
Raiders!
Philip, don't laugh. Because you laugh, he gets all amped up, and then he starts going.
All right, I'm tapping out on that
Okay,
one.
please tap out. Everybody tap out.
All right. Are we
We're
wrapping?
done. We're
We
gonna
wrapping?
fucking wrap because I don't even know what happened
Yeah,
this
well,
episode.
this was just this was awful.
Nonsense. It was pure nonsense.
Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill.
Yeah, we got
Well,
the shit
I
on the
hope we
screen.
don't lose people off this one.
That just means they weren't tough.
We're going to go
So-
from 20 viewers to 12. Like, yeah, cool.
Yep. Corey, drop a comment. We haven't heard from you in a minute, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
Adios.
All right. Later, everybody.
Goodbye.